Good afternoon, we're in Leeds and we're a little trip out today. Going to go to Howden and fly the drone. We've been there before, so I thought we'd go there again. It's one of our favourite places. Not going to walk to the town centre this time, we'll just have a bit of time there. Then we're going to go via Castleford to Selby and on to Howden, and then come back via York hopefully. So both ways via Castleford because of the diversion. So this train to Hull will get us the South Gascoigne curve. That's Milford Junction to Gascoinge Wood. So if we pan the camera around, okay, so we're heading down that way. That is not our train. The one we came in with from Cottingley is on the right, which is heading back out to Manchester Piccadilly fairly soon. I think the one that's just come in now, just a moment or so, it says Hull on it now already. So I think that is going to be our train to Howden. Okay. So the one on the right is a 12:47. So yeah, we'll be going out in about 3 minutes that. It's leaving now, it's 12:45 actually, not 12:47. So yeah, that's the one we came in with, all Shacks, Staley Bridge, non-stop to, actually I think it came from Manchester Victoria actually, but not one of that. Got talking to somebody at Cottingley, didn't actually get to film it at the usual start. Right, so we're now on the 1313 to Hull. So we'll go to either Selby or Brough with this train and change as appropriate for Howden. Okay, let's get on with it. Still got about 20 minutes yet before it leaves, but we've got a bottle of water. In fact, someone else just bought me this, oddly enough. She didn't want the drink, so big a sandwich deal and all that, and so she gave us this, and Bob's your uncle. Spot on. Right, 1p70 is coming in now, so I'm not sure where it is. Saltburn to Manchester Airport is approaching. So that'll probably clear platform 17 off. They're all wondering why it's coming in this way now, and I bet they are. Right, we're on the move, and the weather's not great. What a you-know-what. So, Hull via Castleford. So we'll do the Milford to Gascoigne curve, which I haven't done for quite some time, at least not on an ordinary service train. Done it on rail tow some time ago, in the opposite direction.
Welcome on board this 1313 Trans-Pennine Express train to Hull. Once again, calling at Selby, Brough.
Oh, we're going down Main in the wrong direction. Yeah, look at this. This is not very common.
Okay, thanks.
I never expected this. The up Main's off, as up Midland rather, is off. So we are going to go wrong road now, in effect, for about half a mile round here now, and cross over just after Holbeck Shed comes in. I expected being on that track there.
This is the 1313 service to Hull, calling at Selby, Brough and Hull.
Let's not
The
stop
next
at
stop will
Howden.
be Selby. For your safety and security, this train is fitted.
You wouldn't think it's July at all, would you? It's just...
Keep your belongings with you or in sight at all
what is
times.
this?
And if you notice anything suspicious, please speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Got to go quite a long way down here, wrong road. So the Holbeck Shed line comes in on the right now, a little bit further. Or has it already done that? I think it's already done that actually. We're going to cross over very shortly now.
First class upgrade at the weekend. It is a tenner, 10 quid just to upgrade if you do want to sit in first with a standing class.
No,
Thank you
I
very
don't
much.
think so. Right, it's back onto the up line. End of bi-directional working, I think, now here. Coming up to Pindergreen Bridge, where Methley Junction is. And we're going to bear left here now. Over to Castleford. The main line, of course, to Normanton goes straight ahead and round to the right. There's a further left turn there, it's long disused, that would have gone straight over to Cutsike. If that ever was to be brought back, wow, you'd have a much faster service between Pontefract, Monkill and Leeds. Coming up to Castleford now. Obviously we're not stopping here, straight through with a steady pace of 25 miles an hour. So the crossovers that the Sheffield to York Northern service does, we're doing those kind of not exactly the same ones, but near enough, but the opposite way. So we're not crossing from the S&K to the York to Sherborne and Elmet. We're crossing from the Normanton lines here now across to the S&K to go around the Gascoigne South Curve, which you'll see a bit further up. So just past Carlton Lane's shopping centre. There's a feather on that signal, and it's for this next left turn here, which is actually just a short siding now. It used to be the Allerton Bywater branch, and in fact previous to that it used to go right down to Garforth. They're very handy to do a Leeds to Leeds loop service, if it still existed. That's it there. I did it on a rail tour back in 1996. And we actually did cross over the river further round. It's about another 3/4 of a mile further down to the left. And the bridge is actually still there, mostly. Just see it. A zoom in you might do. Now we've walked on a path the other side of that fence 2 or 3 times in the past. So just past Ferry Fryston. Still in West Yorkshire at the moment, until we get to the River Aire Bridge, or viaduct, 3 arches, so I suppose it's a viaduct. The path is on the opposite side to what we are. There's a footbridge path outside of the viaduct. So you'll see Fairburnings fairly soon. Another train on the opposite side. Yep, been down there. And now we're coming up to the bridge over the River Aire. Here we are. And this is Fairburnings we're approaching now, just on this side here. Fairburnings Nature Reserve. Big lake there. Probably swimming there. Ilham Gates level crossing. We're now approaching Milford Junction now, which is where we'll turn out to join the S&K, which is on the right, as that swings round to Gascoigne Wood. So I think we should get a number 5 junction indication here. There's a possibility of, I think, 1, 4, 5 and 6. I think we get 5. If we're coming from Pontefract Baggill, it'd be a main line. Let's assume there's nothing obvious coming south from York, Church Fenton. So I don't think we'll be waiting very long. If we do have to stop now, that's it, he's done it. Feather have we got? I think it'll be a 5, soon find out. Oh, it's a 5, there's no 6, it's 1, 4 or 5, and we got 5, far right. So let's do it. So this is the main line to York and Church Fenton, which is that's the down main, down Normanton. This is the up Normanton, Now we've crossed onto the down S&K now. Yes, I think that's what it'll be. There'll be some more crossovers going over there. It's obviously the other way that the Sheffield-York service uses. It's interesting. I wonder if we should have just got the 4 feather or not. But anyway, so I thought the 4 feather would have taken us across into those sidings there. It's about time there was a service along this curve, Castleford round to Selby, or even Pontefract Baghill round to Selby, maybe every alternate 2 hours or something like that, combined hourly. Northern could do one, TPE could do the other. So now we're curving to the east. Comes down to a very short section of single track at Gascoinge Wood Junction. So this is mirroring the curve from Sherburn and Elmet to Gascoinge Wood. Yes, once we get to Gascoinge Wood Junction, of course, we're back on the correct line that we'd normally use coming out of Leeds, heading through Crossgates and Garforth. I've driven over that bridge in the past, and I got a shot of a Metro 158 from somewhere down there. Main line on that one. Little path down there. I think we ought to use it one day. We can. Maybe get off at South Milford, something like that. Interesting to fly the drone at Gascoinge Wood Junction. It would. Very interesting. So now we're coming up to Gascoinge Wood Junction. We'll join the main line simultaneously as the other curve from Sherburn joins, which is that single track over there is the line from Sherburn. This is the main line from Micklefield in Leeds. So we just joined the up line first, then cross over. So on the correct route now all the way to Hull. Something else happens that we don't know about. That's it. It's approaching Selby. So we'll stay on to Brough and come back to Howden. See what the river's like when we leave in Selby. Right, just leaving Selby, and the weather has turned nasty again. So we're going to go over the river. Ooze, tidal, of course. What's it looking like? It's fairly low, is that, I think?
Trans-Pennine Express service to Hull, calling at Brough and Hull.
Ooh, the loop's got a bit of a shine on it.
The next stop will be Brough.
Never done it myself yet. Coming up to Howden, which is where we're going to come back to very shortly. It's staggered platforms, so over the crossing, and there There's the station, so we'll come back to Howden a bit later. Don't think we're doing much in Brough anyway because of the weather's so bad. It looks like it might pass though, you never know. Here we are at Brough. So I'll have about half an hour or so here, then head back to Howden. There's several stations on this line that don't have a Sunday service, like Wrestle, Eastrington and Broomfleet. So we can't go through that. Well, go through, we can't use them. There's a pub here, so I might just have a pint. Oh, the weather's improved. There's a train on the up as well. Wonder what that one is. Probably going to Doncaster, I guess. Not sure what this one is at the moment. Oh, why our train's got a red light and the barriers have gone up. That is weird. Unless it's not due out for several minutes yet. So we came in with this TPE service here. So yeah, it's for the Doncasters, that one, Donny Stopper. Right, this is a Hull train service, but it's not actually in service. It's just going out of service to Bounds Green, I believe, or somewhere down that neck of the woods. It's not stopping here. I often wonder what the speed is through here actually without stopping, because everything stops. So unless you get something like an out of service movement like that, or possibly a freight, there's no, because obviously I'm sure you'd be able to go through here a lot faster than that if you weren't stopping. Right, so just walk down from the station, which is up there, and there's a boat club on the right. So I walked this way when I did a walk to Ferriby back in, what was it, 2020, 21, something like that. 3 or 4 years ago anyway, at least. And it was nearly marred by missing the train at Ferriby actually, but we just managed to get it. The thing is, I got to within about a quarter of a mile, maybe less, of Ferriby station, and suddenly realised that quite a bit longer walk to get to the station from where I was. Now we're going down there and onto the seafront, I suppose. It's a river anyway, it is. Yes, it's always a good idea to make sure we have definitely got easy access to a station before chilling out and suddenly leave it to the last 5-10 minutes, then realising we can't get there. There's 3 cars here. People, or one's a van, I suppose. But yeah, this is very nice. You can see the mud and all that. It's not that easy to just get to because it's very rocky and boggy further down. It is. So that little bit there is actually technically an island. It is. Anyway, I'm just going to chill here for a few minutes, then we'll go back to the station. We'll walk right down. Oh, you would walk a little bit. You can. I'll just walk down the corner there. So I'm not walking all the way to Ferriby because I'm not so sure whether Ferriby's got a Sunday service. I think it might have, but it won't be very many trains, maybe about half a dozen a day, something like that. 2 hourly at best. If it's got anything. Anyway, same goes for Hessel probably. You might just see the Humber Bridge as we go around this corner. Can we see the Humber Bridge? No, we can't. Not here, it's further down still, and I'm not walking all the way down there. Not this time. I think I might fly the drone here. Nice enough, it's not too windy. There, this one's leaving. Which I think will be for Scarborough. Oh no, just Hull. So our train is now approaching. We'll get this one just one stop to Howden. Okay, no probs. Any missing it, did we? I just gave him a shout. So another Paragon unit. We'll just go one stop with this to Howden. Chill for a bit, fly the drone again if we can. There's still a bit of power left in it. So anticipating most of these passengers to get on this train. Working on diesel power obviously at the moment. Off we go. So you'll see from the drone shot we got just a few minutes ago. Once we go on this bridge, that's where we got the unit to York.
Benefit passengers return service at Brough. This is the train 1448 Paragon service for London King's Cross. The service will call at Howden, Selby, Doncaster, Retford, Grantham and Stevenage to drive and terminate in London King's Cross.
15 minutes up to Stevenage.
First-class accommodation is located towards the front of the train in coaches D and E. Unreserved seats stay in coach A towards the very rear.
So walked on that embankment, or rather cycled along it I think actually when we did that bike ride. We got the puncture at Broomfleet and we had to, well, seek assistance. Trying to get the train to stop at Broomfleet on a Sunday a while back and it didn't do it. So luckily someone helped us out in the village and I cycled it to Brough. This is Broomfleet just up ahead here now. Little wooden halt. Cheers.
See you later.
Okay, right, Howden. It started to drizzle again. I think we went to Brough, we went out of the rain, now we come back into it. Anyway, let's have a look at the windmill. Right, this is leaving, heading for King's Cross. Let's have a wander. See, I would like to film something one day doing this crossover. Can't imagine it being a very common movement, but it has been replaced. Wasn't eliminated when they did the track work that time back in, was it March or April? Right. So we've got virtually an hour to the minute now here at Howden. Howden Windmill is down here. We've done this a few times in the past, but thought we'd do it again. Not going to the town centre this time. Car parks there. Look at the old-fashioned gate. Oh, so that's quite interesting. And the former Barnes Wallace pub. What a shame that's not a pub anymore. It's gone the same way of most out-of-town pubs. Right, here we are. Howden Windmill, or what's left of it. Does look derelict. Hasn't worked for years, I don't think. Be nice to restore it. Anyway, let's get the drone in the air and get a few drone shots. Right, here's a Hull service, I think from York. It's a bit late. It's 155343, heading for Hull. I wonder if that's the one we're going to get back actually, we'll see. Might have a bit more time than I thought we would if it is. Right, our next train is approaching. Unexpectedly a turbo star, and I was expecting a 155 or even a 150. So the train we saw going towards Hull that was late is not working this service back. So we'll go to York with this one and then come back on the Liverpool service a bit later. Right, off we go. Let's head to York. Unusual stopping pattern, of course, being Selby, Sherburn, then just other Skelfig, not stopping at Church Fenton. Not far off Selby now. There's some freight terminal or something down there, isn't there? Which gets freights from either wherever else. Somewhere in the Hope Valley, I think I've seen one from. It's probably from Buxton, Peak Forest, that area. Here's the swing bridge again at Selby and the river. It's coming a bit, I think, as that, isn't it? Here's a temporary footbridge until they sort the other one out, which wasn't broken. So, arriving at Selby. Leaving Selby now. You can see the bus depot over there. So we should have got the feather on that. To go around to the right. If we go straight ahead here now, that's Doncaster. That's the old East Coast main line, which is a lot shiny now with all trains using it. Only got the occasional northern service years ago, didn't we? And whatever else they had freight, perhaps. So now we come round to Selby West Junction, I think it is. Canal Junction's on the Doncaster line. Selby Canal Curve. Last time we saw this, it was quite shiny. Something must be using it with a lot of regularity now. This is it here. Yeah, there's a decent shine on that. At least, I'd say at least one decent length train a week on that. Or even every day perhaps. Up to Hambleton, and of course we're going straight forward here and over the main line. We're going via Sherburn. The original track bed of this railway is just down to amongst them trees now there, and it is then taken up by the Hambleton West to South curve, which is this. And there's quite a lot of trains use that. LNER use it when there's diversions, if it can't go via Wakefield. But we're the main line, that's the curve. Slowing down now because we're taking the Gascoigne to Sherburn South Junction curve, which mirrors the one we used earlier coming from Castleford and Leeds that way. This is Gascoigne Wood again, and the curve we came on earlier is that there to the left now. way branching to the right. And the main line, of course, straight to Micklefield is straight ahead, and it's blocked. You can see the lights flashing down there. So this curve's a bit more easier, obviously, because of pretty much an hourly service round it, unless it goes direct from Selby straight to Colton Junction. Interesting living around here, wouldn't it? Won't be short of trains to film. So Sherburn in Helmet's the next stop. We just had to wait just momentarily because there's one coming on the curve coming off it towards Hull. That's the main line from Pontefract Baghill and Castleford in the south. We are about to join it. This is Sherburn South Junction. I think we're straight on to the... oh no, we're not. There's a little bit of a wiggle. So Sherburn in Helmet is next. That used to be freight only at one time because the only trains that stopped at Sherburn Helmet before were just the Sheffield services. But they decided to put the whole service this way for two reasons: give Sherburn a better service and also to free up space on the East Coast main line. Winner either way, I think there. Just takes another 10 minutes or so from Selby to York. So it's a good trade-off. I think it is anyway. Remains of a level crossing just south of the station. That's what's replaced it, that bridge. I'm not sure when it was now, it's getting on for 30 years ago, but... So here we are, Sherburn in Helmet. We'll be coming back through here in an hour or so on the express. Coming up to Church Fenton now. We're not stopping here, so should be going straight through, although we're not really going very fast for whatever reason. Here's the connection over to platform 3, I think it'll be, won't it? We're going through 2. As it is stopping after all. Make more sense. Looks like it is stopping. Oh. Maybe not. Wonder why. Unless the driver suddenly thought he was. Possibly. Who knows? So depending on what platform we're going on York, we might stay on the Normanton lines onto the main, or we may cross over to the Leeds lines, we'll see. Or the Skelf, obviously it's on the opposite side. Here's the main lines, or the Leeds lines. Coming up to Colton Junction now. There's a freight going past there, or just gone past. Heading for Cardiff, and we're actually on the main line now, and there's an L&ER service approaching right behind us, and we didn't cross over. So as it happens, that L&ER service is 4 minutes early, so as I've just checked, so it's not too bad I suppose, but to run a local service in front of an express like that, you just couldn't make it up, could you? And the the avoided lines, heading off towards Skelton Junction in the north. Yeah, we are going 7. I think it's already occupied by another train. Right, just come on this one now from Howden, and obviously the platform is occupied by 2 other units, not just one. I don't know why I didn't just go into platform 6, it would have been easier, it's completely clear. Right, we'll have an hour or so here just to mooch around a bit, maybe get a bit of something to eat and then head back. Okay, so nice little afternoon trip out. Sadly, I don't think the Brough video, the drone videos come out. I'll have to just check again, but I couldn't see it. It's, I think it might have been corrupted. We'll have a check anyway, just to be sure. Okay, so let's head out of town now. Nice, I just had some food there in the Spoons, Blossom Street. So we're going to head back to the station now and head back to Cottingley, by Leeds, by Castleford to Leeds, and then on to Cottingley. Okay, so let's head back to the station. Interesting drawing there of a beetle of some sort. Anyway, what's happening here, I don't know. But because the road's been shifted across, it used to be up where all that work's taking place. But because they are modernising it here. Well, in a manner of speaking, modernising it. The frontage of the station at York. It's if it wasn't broken, I wouldn't fix it. Anyway, we can get straight onto platform 1 if we just go off to the left a bit further up here. So you can see there where the original road alignment was as it comes down. So yeah, I don't think they'll demolish that part of the city wall somehow. I can't see that. There'll be some historical preservation order on it for sure. So let's get the station this way. We can just go straight up on the platform 1, I think, can't we here? This looks like an old platform here from years back. I wouldn't mind betting there was even one on this side where these cars are years ago. It's certainly wide enough for 2 lines and another platform where the cars and the bikes are here. Now we're looking at the side of platform 1 here, so this, if it was in use, could be platform 0, I suppose. What would that be then? -1 or 00 or something? I don't know. York was rationalised far too much in the late 80s. 88, 89, about that time I think it was, because the main southbound platform, which is now platform 3, used to be 8A and 4 was 8B. And I'm going back to my teenage years here now, saying that. I remember it very well, the old alignment at York, the older platform and arrangement at York. And don't forget you had 2 through roads between what was then 8 and 9. Here, through roads are long gone. Crazy, far too rationalised. There's a cross-country service coming in now here, I'm not sure what it is. Plymouth. Now I think this should be going to Leeds, but it's not, because obviously it can't go the usual way via Church Fenton and Leeds to Leeds direct. And although they may sign Castleford, it would add too much time to the schedule. So I think it's going to go straight to Doncaster across to Sheffield that way. If it went through Pontefract Baghill, I might just, I'd probably have a ride on it, but hit in. Yeah, this is our next train to Leeds, around via Castleford. Look at this. I live in York. Let's see if we cross over to the Up Main, which I strongly suspect we will do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thought I were in wrong country.
Is it Welsh that, I know?
Service our course at Leeds, then Huddersfield, Manchester, Victoria, New Willows, Lee Green, and Lime.
Here's Colton Junction, and that's the main line, Selby diversion to Doncaster. So we're on the Normanton lines now, heading for Church Fenton, platform 1. Oh, there's a look at the class 60s. 2 class 60s there, look at that. Just past Sherburn and Elmet, and that is our earlier route from Howden and Selby there. We're now going to go underneath the main line from Selby to Micklefield. Which is this line here. It climbs up slightly and then over the top. Then we'll see the south curve at Milford Junction fairly shortly. Approaching Milford Junction now, so our earlier route was around the back of those wagons there that say Drax on, Drax Power Station. So we're now going to join, obviously we're on the main line now, there's no need to cross over, otherwise we'll go to Pontefract Bag Hill. I think we're on the better side actually, it's sunnier than. So all the crossovers and points which are low speed we don't need. So that's the S&K now to Pontefract Bag Hill and Sheffield. So we're on the Castleford line proper now. Coming up to Burton Salmon where the Pontefract Bag Hill line goes away to the left. Heading south we turn towards the west. So that's that there. Approaching Castleford again now. So we'll go through platform 2 obviously, and then route to Methley Junction. Doesn't look very environmentally friendly, doesn't that?
What's that?
That's in the main dual carriageway there.
What's that?
There's Castleford. I wonder if one of these will fit in this station. When they remodelled it, they ought to have smoothed the track layout out. I think it at about 50. But it's too slow. But that's the old Castleford West box. It's gone, well, decommissioned, and we've got the line curve into the left now, goes round to Glasshout and Pontefract Monk Hill. Go up to Castleford Gates level crossing. Well, you got yellow on that signal because we're taking the right-hand indication at Whitwood Junction for Methley Junction. So we should get a right-hand indication now here on this one. We have Whitwood Junction over to Methley. Battery level is getting low now, it's at about 5%. So we're taking the third side of the triangle. The second is the left one here, which will be the main route on this signal we just got there. So that's the route to Normanton and Wakefield Kurgan and beyond. Methley Junction, and this is the line from Normanton and Wakefield Kurgan, the main line. So we're now on the Midland main line proper. So we're just going to retrace our route to Leeds and then back to Cottingley and end the video. Coming into Leeds now, And we've crossed over to F line, so I strongly suspect we're going on to platform 16.
That's my mommy.
Down there.
I don't. No.
Right, we want to be on platform 15, I think, for our next train, but we've got plenty of time.
Mama.
Right, we've made it to Leeds. We just got off this train, so let's get over to the Cottingley one now. Right, just using the iPhone for the last shot now. This is our next train home to Cottingley, so let's get on it. Right, I've just used the phone and that's now on just 1%, so we'll end the video here. So it's not been a bad day. Straight back to Cottingley now and